Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am coming right back at you guys with another video. And today is going to be a kind of a special day because we have got a very important job on our hands right now. And you might be thinking like, well, Sub, what job is so important that you have to go do the job? Well, you guys, that is a little bit on the top secret side of the spectrum. I really do not know if I can tell you anything about that right now, but that kind of just gives off the feeling that I have with this little mission. I mean, if I cannot even tell you guys, my best friends, what is going on here? Well, that just means that it is some serious business. I mean, I only got briefed about this when I wanted to go record something else in Minecraft, but then I had to get my stuff together in order for me to get here ASAP so that I could do this little job. So I am just waiting on some more info right now, but I will tell you everything once I know everything and once I am sure about the fact that I can actually tell you guys everything. And that is a promise from me to you guys, so you will not have to go on and worry about that. Now, of course, this might not look that important because this is just another obby, right? Well, you are wrong there, because these obbies seem to be some kind of a pinnacle of all evil lately, and I am not sure if I can already tell you guys this, since I am not sure when that video is going to be going online. But let me just tell you this, I did all of you guys a huge favor yesterday because I did something that will just rock your socks off as we speak. I was able to do an obby that was set up by the dark side of the YouTube community, but I was able to beat it, and I was able to turn everything around. Now you may be wondering, well, Sub, what was so special about that obby? Well, let me tell you this, I just saved a lot of YouTubers from falling to the dark side and start using clickbait and all that kind of nonsense and fake pranking and all of that bad stuff. So I am kind of proud that I was able to do that, but I can tell you that it was not easy. It must have been like one of my hardest obbies ever, but at least it was an obby, right? So that goes to show that obbies are not just for fun, because apparently a lot of criminal masterminds use these obbies in order for them to spread all of their hatred and all of that kind of stuff, but not with this guy, because I am the one who just stand up for that kind of thing. And I was the one who stood up for that kind of thing yesterday, and I was able to save a lot of the YouTubers that were trying to get to the dark side. So I am really proud of myself for doing that, and of course for not falling to the dark and clickbaiting side of YouTube, and of course the fake pranks, because I will be the one that brings balance to the YouTube likes and dislikes, and I will make sure that we destroy the clickbait and not join the clickbait. That is one of my most empowering things that I have ever said in my life. So please believe me when I say that this was just really important to me and to everyone else. But you will have to see it with your own eyes. I do not want you guys to just start believing me for no reason, because there is a reason. So whenever that video goes up, make sure that you go ahead and watch it right away. But that is not why we are here, or actually it is kind of why I am here, because the acts of yesterday are the reason why I am here today. If that makes any sense. Because some people in the government agencies were impressed with my acts of yesterday that they wanted me to lead on this operation, mainly because they had no idea what to do in Roblox and how to actually get something done in here. So right now I am on a mission for the Secret Service, and if you do not believe me, well, that sucks for you, because I really cannot even be saying this right now, but I am just hoping that they will let all of this slide so that I can tell you guys what is going on right now. Now, of course, I would not be saying this just to be saying this, but we are after some kind of an evil babysitter, and since I was able to make ends meet with the YouTubers that were trying to turn evil yesterday, they were like, well, maybe SubZeroExtabyte is the right guy to go to for this job, you know, because right now I am getting kind of notorious for doing these things. And by these things I of course mean that they want me to fix the evil stuff, since I was so successful on my mission with all of the rogue YouTube stars. So right now I can just make this good and make everyone go home and trust their babysitters again, because otherwise we will have got a problem on our hands, because who is going to be believing a babysitter when people are out here being evil and stuff? I mean, I would never trust another babysitter ever again if I were a parent. Now, of course, you could be able to tell that I'm not a parent, but that is just besides the point right now, because that does not even matter. I am not here because I am a parent myself, but I am here because I am going to get some parent their kid back, and that kid could one day become a viewer and maybe even a sub, or maybe even someone who likes and comments on the video down below in the comments section. Who knows what great things this kid could be able to do when he ends up growing up and start to get older. Now we are running on rooftops and we will be doing a lot more crazy stuff today, because we have got to catch this so-called babysitter. He is not even really sitting on a baby. How would you even call yourself a real babysitter when you do not do that? Oh wait, is that not what a babysitter does? Well, maybe it is not what a babysitter does, but what I do know is that I cannot go around like this any longer, because the longer that babysitter or fake babysitter, whatever you want to call it, is not behind bars, well, as long as he is not behind bars, there will be another babysitter running free, and that will also be another babysitter who is not sitting on a baby. So you will kind of have to start getting into my fear right now. There is already too much fear in the world, and how can we as parents start to leave our babies behind with strangers, if we are not even sure if they will actually go and sit on our babies? You know that we cannot really do that, because there is no way to know. So we will have to make sure that we can right a wrong here, and that wrong of course being the fact that this babysitter or this evil babysitter is trying to get away with this. Well, I am not allowing that, so you will just have to watch me go after this guy while I am hyping myself up a little bit so that I can make sure that once I arrest him, that I can get some kind of a cool picture for in the newspaper, because that is something that real heroes get. They get their faces and pictures in the newspaper. So I'm going to be that guy, and all of the parents out there will be like, wow man, SubZeroExtabyte actually was able to catch the non-babysitting babysitter. That is like the best title that they could ever just give me. I mean, I would be honored if I could actually be wearing that title. I mean, it is not like I am out here doing something else. So when the Secret Service called, well, let's just say that I kind of knew that I would have some spare time, but then again I kind of let them wait for a little bit, so that they do not think that I am desperate or anything like that. So you guys will just have to follow me along on this road trip through this obby, or you will just have to believe in my words. But I would always like to say that deeds are stronger than words, so I'm going to just make sure that the cause that I'm after will be able to show you that all of your support is appreciated. I mean, I know that I kind of have like a small army of people behind me when I am trying to get these guys out of the non-babysitting crime underworld. I mean, I cannot cut any corners on that, but the only thing that I know right now, at least for sure, that we are just a little bit shy of 425,000 subs. I mean, that is just amazing. So let's just put all of our brain power into this little obby right here, so that we can go ahead and make sure that everything right now is not all for naught right now, because we have been struggling quite a bit, and I think that when all of this is over with, that we will have a far better grip on the situation that is at hand. I mean, we kind of have shoved it into the faces of the dark side YouTube, so that kind of worked in our favor, but that is not everything that we are dealing with right now. I mean, these babysitters are the people that we let sit on our babies, and we think that when we actually go ahead and hire a babysitter that we can trust them when they are actually sitting on our babies, and now we go ahead with it and we find out that these guys are not even sitting on our babies. But I think that just shows us how broken our community is right now. I mean, first things first, we start out by getting into a fight with the dark side of the YouTube community, and that was before everything kind of went down. But right now I feel like we can actually start making a difference. So that means that when the first heads started rolling with the evil side of YouTube thing, that was just the beginning, because right now I think that we are kind of on our way to actually get rid of all of the evil things in the world. So all it took was some dark side YouTube people to start acting up, but then I was all like, no way Jose. I mean, I was not going to let any of that get in the way of YouTube. They have found the wrong person if they thought that they would just be able to get away with that. But that kind of fits in with this. We fought the evil side of YouTube, and now the rest just follows along. Right now we are tagging along with a secret service to get rid of the evil side of the babysitting community. So right now when we actually get finished with all of this, we can actually start focusing on ever more things. And that means that we actually can start to rid the whole world of all evil right now. And all of that just because I am here trying to rid all of the world's population of all evil. And now, like I just said, I would not be able to do all of this without the help of you guys. So I am kind of in the need of thanking all of you guys. I mean, you are like 425,000 guys strong. So I think that with all of you guys that we can actually make sure that we can get some heads to start rolling. And that is of course figuratively speaking. I am not actually going to be rolling with heads right now. That would be kind of weird. Now of course you might be wondering about why I have to be speeding over rooftop pops like the freaking Flash to catch some evil babysitters who do not actually sit on babies? Well, that is kind of an easy thing to answer, because there is only one simple answer for this, and that is the fact that we have to keep going right now. We cannot start slacking right now while we are on the verge of a major breakthrough when it comes to these evil babysitters. So I am pretty sure that they do not know that we are on their tail right now, but they will definitely figure it out when we start closing in further. I mean, there is not much to talk about right now, but I just want you guys to know that we are actually really close to catching these guys. And of course, if you have ever had a babysitter for yourself, then you would know how important it is for this babysitter to actually be a little credible and all of that stuff. I mean, there is no such way for them to go around and not actually sit on babies. Come on, like what are we even paying those babysitters for? Then, I mean, I do not have a clue, because I am just throwing around some dirt and hoping that some will end up sticking. Because right now that is one thing that we will need to have to actually ensure that we get all of these guys behind bars, because we will have to go around and actually re-educate these guys on how to properly babysit again, because we cannot just take them to some prison and actually just start stuffing our prisons. That is just not something that we should be doing, because right now I just feel like we should help each other out. I mean, if they think that they are doing the right thing with babysitting while they are actually just doing something evil, then we cannot just put them away and hope for the best when they actually end up coming out of the prison again. I mean, that is just the wrong way of going at it. I mean, we will have to make sure that they can actually get back out of the prison, and once they actually get out of the prison, we will have got to make sure that they know the difference between right and wrong babysitting. We just owe it to them and to ourselves to help each other on this. We cannot just put the bad guys away and ignore them forever, because that is just not the way to go about things. We will have got to make sure that we get all of this done in a normal fashion, so that one day these guys can actually go out and start sitting on babies again. You actually know what? I am kind of feeling like even I have got the wrong idea about babysitting, but that might be a weird thing to say when I am running after these evil babysitters for just that thing. I mean, I am accusing them of not knowing how to babysit when they do not even sit on babies. But I have seen the looks on the faces of some people who heard me talking about this, and I feel like they know something that I do not know, which is kind of weird. But I just hope that we can actually go on and make things right again. So maybe if we actually end up catching these guys, I can make sure that I end up learning a thing or two about babysitting as well, because I feel like that actually might be a very powerful thing right now. But of course, that might just be me. I mean, it is not like we have got to do this for the Secret Service or something. That was just some story I made up so that I can clickbait you guys. Oh gosh darn, now I am the one trying to clickbait you guys. I mean, come on SubZeroExtabyte, you are better than this. I mean, come on dude, there is no such thing as doing the one thing without the other. Sometimes I just feel like you either die a hero, or you actually live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I feel like we have actually come full circle again, because I am right here going to promise you guys that I'm never going to be clickbaiting you guys ever again. So that is a promise from me to you. And that is something that I feel is very highly from myself, because I just do not even owe it to myself to not clickbait. I mean, I should not be doing it because it is just not a moral thing to do. I mean, I will have to learn from my mistakes, and maybe I should even be paying for the things that I have done wrong. And that actually might be a lot of things. But I will not start getting into that right now, because we actually have got a lot of bigger fish to fry right now. I mean, clickbaiting is in my eyes just a minor offense when you start comparing it to being an evil babysitter. So that is just a thing that I will go do and actually make sure that I can get this right now, forever to be not done again. But at least I can actually say that the streets are just a little bit cleaner again right now, and I feel like that is a good thing for me, and I hope that you think that this is a good thing as well. But anyway, about the whole clickbait thing, I didn't actually clickbait you guys, because I actually am doing this for the CIA, but they didn't want you guys to know about it, so I had to come up with a story that you guys would believe. So I told you that I clickbaited you, but hey, look at that, that is not even true. I asked them if I could tell only you guys, and they said it was okay. So that being said, I just got confirmation that the babysitter has been taken into custody and will never babysit again, which is good, because let's be honest here, you would not want her to babysit your baby, right? That would actually be horrible. So I wish the best of luck to each and every one of you out there, and I will see you later, kiddos.